Hello and welcome. This is game one of Nahiri Control in Modern. I'm going to keep this hand. It has two big removal spells and all the lands we need, plus we're on the draw. And we have a Snapcaster Mage. So I think we're pretty well set up to start this game and start getting in the driver's seat early. Verdant Catacombs for our opponent, and we're just going to play a Flooded Strand and pass. I'm going to get a Steam Vents with this Flooded Strand. See where our opponent has. Overgrown Tomb for our opponent. Probably Jund, if I had to guess. Jund or Abzan. Guessing a Grim Flayer about to come down. Surprised to see... Okay. So this is some shenanigans. This might be... I've seen a combo deck on MTGO before with a card whose name escapes me that reads it has all the abilities of all cards in the graveyard. And the basic premise of the idea is you go infinite and you get infinite mana. And then you proceed to drain everybody to death with Scholar of Astrios. Or Scholar of Asphodel, I can't remember. It's two generic and a white, and it has an ability to drain for, I believe, a black and two. Or this could be just some budget dredge shenanigans. I am doing this in tournament practice, as this is my first time recording, so I just kind of want to get my bearings and figure out how I'm going to go about doing this if I do continue to do so. That said, I am accepting and would greatly appreciate all constructive criticisms. I am going to fetch... I'm going to get a Sacred Foundry here, just so we have all of our colors online. We have plenty of blue in our hand. I don't have enough blue for Cryptic Command, but I'm not worried about that at the moment. Just going to pass here. If he taps out for any reason, I'm going to bolt the Troll. I could path it. I do have two paths, but I'd rather spend a bolt on it. I don't want to give him mana acceleration early on, or especially if he's color screwed, which if he's in Jund, he is. Grizzly Salvage, so I am going to bolt. I don't have any counter spells. So this must be some weird... This must be that combo deck. Either that or just some budget Golgari shenanigans. So let's see what he revealed. Correct Collective Brutality, Glade Cover Scout ×2, Vampire Nighthawk, and Sylvan Caryatid. This must... Is this just green-black beatdowns? Let's see what he took. Glade Cover Scout. Yep. Can't do anything about that. I will Ambush Viper that if there's no... there's no enchantments on it by the time he attacks with it. I'll Ambush Viper, target bolt him, or whatever else he plays. But I do want to get that off the field. Just because I don't know what's in his deck, so I don't want to get a bunch of shenanigans on an unknown. Alright, so we've got Chromanticore, Glade Cover Scout. Okay, so this is... I've never seen this deck before. No idea what he's playing. He took... another Glade Cover Scout. So he must have something in his hand. Alright, so I'm going to Ambush Viper and bolt him. I'm sure he's fine with that trade. I'm not surprised to see him not block. So, from what I gather, this is bestow Chromanticore onto a Glade Cover Scout and win. Dot deck. So, Chromanticore reads Flying, first strike, Vigilance, Trample, Lifelink, gets +4/+4. Okay. So, fortunately, I can counter bestow. I don't know how he's going to bestow. I don't see any way for him to do that. But I'm sure. But if there's a will, there's a way. There's a reason that's in this deck. Either that or he's going to reanimate it, and there's going to be some shenanigans there. But I don't think that this guy's on the reanimate Chromanticore plan. There's also a reason this Glade Cover Scout is in here. You don't just play a 1/1 Hexproof for no reason. I'm going to fetch. I'm going to get that third blue source that we needed. I'm going to get the Steam Vents. Play a Plains, and I'm just going to pass the turn because there's really not a lot for me to do. I mean, I can't path. I have 2 paths that can't target the only creature on the board. I have Spell Snare that and a Cryptic Command which require him to do something. I am going to Spell Snare this. I'm tempted not to just so I can get more information, but again, kind of like the Chromanticore, it's in there for a reason, so I'm just going to let it go to the yard. I do think Collective Brutality is sweet. I don't know what this deck does. It obviously wants stuff in the graveyard, but that is definitely a way to do it. I really like Collective Brutality a lot. I think it's going to see more play in Modern and in maybe, I doubt it, but possibly Legacy than it will in Standard. I think Standard's going to stay on the Bant train for at least a little while until people figure it out. I know it does see play in Delirium builds. I'm going to counter draw. I mean, I have a way to deal with it if it becomes a creature. I'm not particularly worried about that, but I don't want him getting snakes. Because he could have gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 snakes. I mean, it would have been spread out throughout his turns, but irregardless, I'm not interested in him being able to do anything other than attack with a 1/1 hexproof. So I'm going to play my Nahiri here. I'm going to +1. I am going to ditch a path because it isn't doing anything. And now I'm going to Serum Visions. Arguably, I should have Serum Visions first, but I think I'll live. I would have hit lands anyway. Sure, I played land for turn. The Electrolyze on top is mostly just defense against anything else he plays. I'm obviously not going to be able to touch the Glade Cover Scout. Nahiri is effectively going to be +1ing from now until she eventually ults, and I do not expect her to not ult because nothing in this guy's build so far suggests anything other than graveyard shenanigans, and I don't see in his graveyard anything that could damage planeswalkers other than creatures. Yeah, Collective Brutality is life loss, not damage. So, I think we're in the driver's seat. The 4th Grizzly Salvage. Phylactery Lich, Overgrown Tomb, Catacombs, Scout, Grapple with the Past. What am I playing against? Phylactery Lich? That is a strange card to have in here. I don't see, is that an artifact? No. I don't see any, oh my, what am I playing against? This is really weird. I'm sorry that this match is weird and I'm not playing against something tier 1. Like I said, I just kind of want to get my bearings on how this whole system is going to work. I have the ability to run a webcam and show myself, but I don't think that that's anything you guys are interested in, to be honest. It's not... this is my first attempt at doing this, really. So I'm just trying to figure everything out as much as I possibly can before and if I actually start doing this for real. So we got a windswept heath on the other side. I'm not convinced that that's anything other than just another Verdant Catacombs, to be honest. I think that's just another fetch land in his colors. I don't suspect that there's any white of any kind in this list. Which is strange to me that he runs Glade Cover, or not Glade Cover Scout, Sylvan Caryatid. And the Chromanticore is really confusing. I would like to look at this person's deck list just so I could figure out what the hell went through their head when they put it together. So we're going to Electrolyze at their end step, or if they cast a spell. Just to see if I can hit something. Let's see what we got. Collector Brutality. 2 modes. Target opponent reveals their hand. Alright, so we're gonna... Yeah, we're just gonna Electrolyze here. And I think there's a land on top. Oh, God. Supreme Verdict. Ugh. That's gonna hurt. I mean, I would have actually liked to play that just to get rid of that stupid Glade Cover Scout. But he's... I mean, it is what it is. I'm not super worried about the Glade Cover Scout. It's just annoyingly... It's just slowing us down. It's annoying. It's not hitting us at all. It's just poking Nahiri. So I have to plus her over 2 more turns. Well, 1 more turn if Fumarole has anything to say about it, but I have a feeling that they have Abrupt Decay in their list. Can Abrupt Decay hit lands? Let's find out. Nope. All land permanent. So, I can't see... Alright, Soulflayer. Oh... Okay, so it's a Soulflayer deck. That's cute. Oh, it has hexproof. Oh, oh my god. Oh, we drew Snapcaster, but he has indestructible. Oh my god. So, Soulflayer. If a creature card with flying was exiled with Soulflayer's Del ability, Soulflayer has flying. Same is true for First Strike, Double Strike, Death Touch, Haste, Hexproof, Indestructible, Lifelink, Reach, Trample, and Vigilance. I can't even chump. So, Rest in Peace is coming straight in. I can say that for sure. We're going to +1, and we're going to pitch this Arid Mesa, see if we can find maybe something. Ooh, Cryptic Command. Alright, we're good. Everything's on the up and up. I think I have one in my graveyard, too. We do. So, I don't know why I was worried. This card just basically reads you win, and I'm really happy that it exists, except for when it's played against me. Temple Creatures, draw a card. I mean, this deck's cute. Go away, Cortana. You're just a Siri imitator anyway. Alright, so we ult Nahiri next turn, unless they got something to say. And even if they do, I think we have a remand. Do we? We have a Spell Snare. Sure. Cracks their Windswept Heath. Gets a Forest. Grapple with the past. It's gonna get a Nighthawk and then hope to block. I assume he knows what we're up to. If he gets Freaka and plays her, I'm totally okay with that. The worst possible thing that could happen right now is if he gets Freaka, plays her, and then we draw Emrakul. So we drew a bolt. Sack Nahiri. You gonna shadow doubt me, bro? Make sure I don't click through my attack step. I feel like the reason most people don't auto-concede when I do that is because I could very easily click through my attack step. So he's gonna save his Soulflayer, but I don't know why. I mean, I fully expect a fog at this point. And you take 15. And his opponent scoops it up. Almost a flawless victory. Okay, so rest in peace. Coming in. I don't know if we need that. I mean, it's another thing that exiles Farika. I kind of like negate and dispel at the same time. I like dispel because it stops him from doing his stuff. Same with negate. Same for Vendilion Click. Not crumble to dust, Vendilion Click. So I think I just go on the control plan here and try to stop him from doing things. So I'm going to cut the Timely. I'm going to cut the Electrolyze. I'm going to cut a Path and a Snapcaster Mage. Alright, we are going to be able to draw this time. So, a lot of things could go really good, and a lot of things could go really wrong. If he Soulflayers super early, that's a problem. But the thing is, I don't think that he can. I didn't see any real good dredgers. I didn't see Brave Troll. I didn't see Stinky or even Golgari Thug. We're going to keep this hand, and also our opponent has mulled to 6. So we got that going for us. But I don't think that they can get it going fast enough because Soulflayer costs, I think it was 4. Or go ahead and cover Scout for our opponent. Sure. Soulflayer costs 6 for 2 black. Alright, so I'm going to play a Flooded Strand, crack it, and I'm going to Serum Visions next turn. I'm going to, depending on what our opponent does, I'm going to get Steam Vents here. I'm going to play a Fumarole tapped next turn. That's my plan. But I just kind of want to get the Serum Vision. I just kind of want to get our ball rolling. I am going to put the planes to the bottom, just because I don't think we need it right at this second. We have another Serum Visions. We have a Remand. We have Vendilion Click if we do decide to click ourselves. So I think we'll be okay in terms of land drops for the foreseeable future. Grizzly Salvage for our opponent. You got it, buddy. Lots of lands and the Soulflayer. Took a land. Took a Catacombs, I believe. The Glade cover beats begin. This deck is seriously weird. Alright, so I can do a couple of things. I can play Glacial Fortress and hold up Remand. And then turn 3, play the Fumarole tap, just because I won't need to click. So I think I'm going to do that. I don't need to click right away. I'm going to do it if he... I'm definitely going to try to do it if he puts something in his hand with like a Grapple to the Past or with Grizzly Salvage. But I don't need to play it on curve right now. So we're going to take some some 1/1 beats. Really, I'm just hoping to draw Rest in Peace. That would just be the bee's knees. So I'm going to play the Funeral Taps. He's probably going to salvage right here, if I had to guess. I think Necrotic Ooze is the card I was thinking of before. Yes, it is Necrotic Ooze. So the combo is with that, and a couple of other cards, and you basically just drain your opponent out. Someone put Emrakul in the yard and somehow stifle the trigger with Necrotic Ooze out. Then you have a Emrakul. That'd be cute. Alright, so Arid Mace is the draw. Because of that, I am gonna Serum Visions. We drew a Nahiri. I don't plan on sacking this fetch land, just because we're only taking small, mediocre beats. The bad beats, if you will. And, we just don't need to. I'll do it if I have to. I don't need that Snapcaster Mage that's sitting on the top of my deck, but I would like it. It'd be cool to have. It would bring joy to all the girls and boys. Maybe not this girl and or boy, but it would bring joy to me, and that's all that matters. Cracking the Verdant Catacombs for our opponent. Alright, what do we got? Freaka, perhaps? The best uncommon in black, Vampire Nighthawk. I almost feel bad that I'm about to bolt it, but such a good card. I want it reprinted. I want it in standard. That card is just amazing. I was sad when it wasn't reprinted in battle. I was genuinely sad. Because it's one of the best black uncommons of all time. So I'm going to play this Nahiri. I'm going to loot, and I'm going to pitch this path. Drew a bolt. Could be better, could be worse. I mean, I actually would have preferred a spell snare there, just because it's interaction, because I can't touch this. I can't touch anything else he's doing. He doesn't have anything else in the graveyard, so I think we're firmly in the driver's seat. It's going to take a lot of turns to get Nahiri's ult again, if I don't do something about that Gladecover Scout. Okay, so I am actually just going to let him do it. He's probably going to take the bolt. That's fine. He's either going to take the bolt or the remand, but either way, we have a Snapcaster Mage, so I'm not concerned. He can take whatever he wants. Part of me was tempted to bolt in response, but I would rather him take the bolt than the remand, although he did take the remand. So, and our opponent scoops it up after seeing our hand. Thank you for watching, and again, this is my first attempt at doing this. I would like to continue doing it. It's fun. It seems like something that would be a fun hobby, and I would greatly appreciate any critiques. Thank you, and have a good night.